Warning, what you are about to see is 100% real. Whew, okay, sharers, this vlog is absolutely crazy. I just finished filming it, but you guys need to watch all the way to the end of this vlog because it is absolutely awesome. What is up, sharers? Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to another awesome day. Welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, I'm Carter Sharer. You guys just joined the Sharer family, so smash that subscribe button and join the most epic channel on YouTube. Oh yeah, we've been doing some pretty cool stuff. In last vlog, I slime pranked my brother Steven. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, surprise! Where is it? Huh? It's right here. Whoa! Oh, Carter, what is that? Woo, oh yeah, that slime prank was super awesome. He had no idea what was coming and he got slimed like crazy. In today's vlog, I'm thinking we are gonna go down to the pond where the pond monster is and see if we can get the pond monster to get out of the pond. Because it's really hard to film really cool videos during the summer in the pond if there's a pond monster that's in there that's like really scary and stuff. So we haven't been swimming in the pond or anything at all this year. We gotta get that pond monster out of there because it's no fun having a monster in the pond in the backyard. And I've been looking at a bunch of comments and a lot of you have been commenting really awesome ideas of how to get the pond monster out. And a lot of you guys are saying just suck all the water out of the pond and then we'll be able to find it. We can grab the pond monster and take it out. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how to suck all the water out and I don't think that's even possible to do. So my other thought is, what if we try to freeze the entire pond and it gets so cold that the pond monster just gets out because the water is too cold? Okay, I know what you guys are thinking, like, how could you freeze a pond? That's impossible, and I think it would be impossible, but I have one thing, and that's liquid nitrogen. It is so super cold, it freezes everything that it comes in contact with. This stuff is so super cold that I poured it on top of the safe to try to freeze it and to see if I could crack it and smash it open.
Do it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks so good.
It's puddling up like crazy. So I'm thinking, sharers, let's grab all the liquid nitrogen that I have, bring it down to the pond, pour it in the water, and see if we can freeze the water and scare, or basically like freeze the pond monster out of the water. I think it just might work, so let's go give it a try. Whoa, Mama Sharer, what are you working on?
Oh, hey, sharers, I'm making a trap for the pond monster.
No way, you think this is gonna work? It's gonna climb in there and get stuck?
Nah, just kidding. This is a cage for the baby koi.
Oh, no way,
so when they get bigger, they can swim, have more space, but the big fish won't eat them because they can't get in.
Oh, that's awesome, sharers. Another cool thing about the pond is, yeah, we have a pond monster in there, but we also have a bunch of little baby koi in there, and soon they're gonna grow up to be like really big fish, and that's super awesome. And if you haven't already seen it on Steven's channel, this is the newest addition to the driveway. This is called the Share the Love Bug. It's hot pink with like a slime splatter on the front. This thing is super awesome. I love this car. And it says Share the Love down the side. And check out the wheels. They're like flowers with the Share the Love logo on there. It's super awesome. This car is super awesome. So if you have any cool ideas of what we can do with this car in a vlog, comment down below because I want to use this thing for something fun. And this is all the liquid nitrogen that we have. It's a huge container full of it. Let's open this up and I'll show you what this stuff can do. Woo! Look how cold it is. It's always like fogging. I'm gonna pour a little bit out so you guys can see just how cold this stuff is. Here we go. I'm gonna pour just a little bit on the driveway. And here it goes. Whoa, look at that. It just like immediately boils into like a smoke. It's really crazy. To show you guys just how cold liquid nitrogen is, if you guys don't already know, I got a Nerf gun and we're gonna do Nerf gun versus liquid nitrogen. Let's do this. It's so cold, I'm gonna put my gloves on because I do not want to freeze my hands, and it can freeze your hands in a matter of seconds. So you gotta be very careful with this stuff. So I'm gonna pour some into the tray right here. Gotta be very careful, here we go. Okay, we got some in this tray. You guys can see how it's like liquid. It looks like water and it's boiling. Let's bring it over here. I'm gonna stick it down right there. I'm gonna grab the Nerf gun and we're gonna stick the Nerf gun into liquid nitrogen and see what happens. So just imagine that this is the pond monster and we put the pond monster in liquid nitrogen like that. And you can see it's really starting to boil like crazy. Look how cold this stuff is. Look at all that smoke and all the fog coming off this. Because right now what's happening is this Nerf gun is getting frozen really, really cold like crazy. And I'm gonna flip it over now, get the other side. Whoa, oh my gosh, the color is like changing on the Nerf gun. You can see it's like literally starting to like frost up. It's so cold. Okay, now this Nerf gun is maybe the world's, whoa, okay, this is probably the world's coldest Nerf gun, and I'm gonna drop it on the ground. I want you guys to comment down below what you think is gonna happen when I drop this Nerf gun on the ground, and it's so cold. Look at this. I have a feeling that it might just like shatter like crazy, but there's only one way to find out. Let's give it a try. Let's drop it on the ground and see what happens. World's coldest Nerf gun drop test. Let's see what happens. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, whoa, look at that. It completely shattered open. Oh my. I can't even pull the plug. Okay. I wonder if it still works. Whoa. Okay, I tried shooting it. Let's try dropping it one more time in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! I threw it on the ground and it totally shattered open. It cracked into a bunch of pieces. Look at this. It's just crumbling away. And this is plastic. This is a regular Nerf gun, but this is what happens when things get super, super cold is they get super brittle and they just shatter into pieces like this. So liquid nitrogen versus Nerf gun, and this is what you're left with. A bunch of pieces just shattered away like that. So now I'm thinking, let's take the liquid nitrogen down to the pond, pour it in, and see what happens. There's actually a little bit of liquid nitrogen in here. I'm gonna throw it up into the air and see what happens. Ready? This stuff is starting to smoke like crazy. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go! Whoa, whoa, look at that. That is really crazy cool. Oh, there's some pieces right here. Look at that. There's like little beads of it right there. You can see it. It looks like water, but it's not water. It's so cold. Okay, let's take all this liquid nitrogen down to the pond. And this stuff is not light at all. It's kind of heavy actually. But we got to get it down to the pond. And I'm thinking what we do is we just pour it in. And if we pour it in, I think we just might be able to get this pond monster out of that water. If you think this is gonna work and the pond monster is gonna come running out of the pond, smash that like button right now. Almost there. Woo! Okay, we made it to the pond. As far as I can see, there is no sign of a pond monster anywhere. But the pond monster has been sighted in this pond a few times. We saw it during the day one time. It's still there, it's the official sighting of the monster. Okay, that's what we came here to see. It's right there. You see it, Liz?
Yeah, it's coming toward us.
It's still coming, it's still coming. Look. I gotta get the footage. I gotta get this. Sherry, do you see it? And we even spotted it in the middle of the night too. No, Steve, it was right here. Look, it was right here somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is! There it is! Oh, it's moving away! Oh, so yeah, we've seen the pond monster in this water a few times on a few different occasions, so it's definitely living in here. And so it's time to scare this thing out. Let's pour some liquid nitrogen in the water and see what happens. I actually have never done anything like this before. I've never put liquid nitrogen in a pond or a swimming pool or anything like that, but I've seen people do dry ice. This stuff is way colder than dry ice, so let's see what will happen. I'm gonna just try a little splash at first. Here we go. Okay, and it's about to come out. Whoa! Okay, that was one little drip. Whoa, look, it's like totally going crazy. Whoa! Look at this stuff. This is awesome. Look at this one right there. Look, it's just like, I think it's freezing the pond. Look. Oh, wow. Look at all these things right here. That is crazy. And look at all this over here. Whoa, no way. Okay, that was one little drip and it looks like it's starting to freeze the pond over. Sure, I think this actually might work really well. That was only one little like spill and I have an entire container of this. If we dump the whole thing on, it could go crazy. The good thing about liquid nitrogen is that it's not gonna hurt the koi fish at all because it only goes on top of the surface and it's gonna make the surface of the water super cold. And because it's only nitrogen, it's not gonna suffocate the fish or any of the other wildlife in here. So I'm hoping all it's gonna do is scare the pond monster out of the water because it's gonna start freezing the water. Whew, okay, so it looks like the liquid nitrogen is going to work. Oh, the boat's right here, this is perfect. Okay, I'm thinking let's go out in the middle of the water because I doubt the pond monster's just hanging out by the wall. I bet the pond monster's out in the deep section over there. So let's go out to the deep section and let's do this thing. Oh boy, okay. We got the whole vat of liquid nitrogen on me behind the boat. This vlog is getting crazy, shares. We put it in the passenger seat because I want this thing strapped in. I don't know what would happen if I dropped this in the water. I have a bad feeling about it. So I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna go out to the deep section and I'm gonna start dumping the liquid nitrogen in the water and see what happens. I have a feeling, you know, the pond monster might come out, it might surface and just climb out of the water. I'm gonna go near the fountain over this way. Okay, I think we are where we wanna be. Oh gosh. Okay. Woo! All right, let's take the cap off. Oh, we're smoking. Okay, here we go. This pond monster, if it's in here, I don't think it's gonna want to be in the pond for too much longer. Here we go. Let's pour a little bit in. Oh! That was just a little bit. Look how much that is. Whoa! It's fogging like crazy over this way too. Whoa! Any sign of the pond monster yet? I don't see it. Maybe we should do a little bit more. We got a lot more where this stuff came from, so. All right. I'm going off the side of the boat this time. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, it's so cold. I can feel how cold it is from here. This is wild. Oh, this is crazy. There is so much fog on this pond right now. This is absolutely crazy right now. It's going all the way over that way to the grass. And it's still, oh, it's starting to freeze. The water is actually starting to freeze a little bit. I can see the ice forming on top of the surface. Can you see that? Zoom in a little bit on that. You can see all this liquid nitrogen right here is ice. I think I can grab a piece of ice out of here. I bet the water is starting to cool down a little bit because I can see little pieces of ice is starting to freeze on top of the surface right here. This is awesome. I'm actually surprised how well this works. Okay, still no sign of the pond monster. So we tried out in the deeper section. Let's try it again in this section over here because I have seen the pond monster in this area before. So for all that I know, the pond monster could be right underneath me right now. I don't know. Let's try freezing this thing. Here we go. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Here it goes. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit off the backside. Whoa. Okay, this stuff is so crazy. I'm gonna dump the rest of it. You ready? Here we go. Ah. Wow. Whew. Okay, this stuff is absolutely wild. Oh, let's get the pond monster out of here. Woo! Okay, this thing is absolutely, must be freezing the pond like crazy. There's so much fog and smoke here. This is out of control. This is awesome. No way. Oh, I got some in the boat. It's starting to freeze the water in the boat. Okay, do you see the pond monster? Whoa, there's a tornado forming right there. Wow, that is really awesome. It's like a full, like, that's like a smoke tornado. Whoa, look at this. There's some behind me too. Okay, there's still a lot. Look, there's ice forming right there. Do you see the ice? No way. There's little pieces of ice on each of those bubbling pieces right there. That's the liquid nitrogen actually freezing the surface of the pond. So it is working. It's actually freezing the pond. And, you know, we just gotta see if the pond monster is anywhere right now. So we gave it a try. I'm on the lookout now for the pond monster to see if that spooked him out at all, or if the water got colder and maybe he wants to get out of the water. So I'm looking behind my back to see the pond monster, but I want to get off the boat because I want to get out of the pond in case this pond monster starts surfacing anytime soon. Got to get the liquid nitrogen off the back. I still got a little bit left in here. And I'm thinking maybe I can pour a little bit along the edge of the pond and see if that works, if he doesn't come out yet. Okay, so we have just a little bit left of the liquid nitrogen. I think it's all we need left. Let's try this one more time because we gotta scare the pond monster. I have yet to see it today. I'm gonna use the rest of it up. Okay, let's pour a little bit right here. Okay, we're gonna work our way around the pond a little bit. There it is, okay. And, whoa, there's the pond monster! It's in the fog! Do you see that? It's right, whoa, whoa! There's a pond monster in the water! It's in the water! Do you see it in the smoke? We got it! Cheers! The pond monster is in the water! You can see it, look! Zoom in! You can see it! It's over there in the water! The pond monster is in the smoke! There it is! There it is! Do you see it? It's in there! There it is! There's the pond monster! It's getting scared! Woo! Okay, this is working! The pond monster is actually in the water right now. Okay, where'd it go? There's the trail. That's where it was. It was in that trail right there. Where did it go? I don't see it. Where'd it go? Where did the pond monster go? Where did it go? Sherry, do you see it? Where did it go? Maybe, I think it went back under the water. I don't see it anywhere. But I think the liquid nitrogen totally works. Where did it go though? All I know is that it was for sure scared of that liquid nitrogen because as soon as we started dumping it, it was trying to get out. I don't think it can breathe when it's inside that smoke like that. Let's do a replay and check that out again. It's in the fog! Do you see that? It's right, whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, after looking at the replay, that was definitely the pond monster. The liquid nitrogen definitely works because when we started putting, oh, there's some bubbles right there. There's some bubbles right there. Okay, I don't think that's it, but The pond monster is in the pond. We saw it again and it's definitely scared of liquid nitrogen. Probably because either it's too cold or all that fog makes it really hard to breathe, so it was trying to get out of that fog. That was crazy. Okay, sharers, well that's the end of today's vlog. I'm out of liquid nitrogen. I think I'm gonna have to get some more. Maybe we'll come back with 2 tanks and dump a whole bunch in here and get this thing out. And until next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and share the love. Peace. Woo!